Hello friends, this is MZ4250 and I am streaming on YouTube because, I don't know, I feel like it. I'm currently working on a 3D model for my patrons to enjoy. And with that, let me just get back to what I was doing. So this model started low poly. In fact, this is what it looks like, low poly. And I plan on, just working on this guy, this lady, until it's ready to go for the next phase of 3D printing. I also plan on working on a Jubilix model today. Jubilix being the demon lord of slimes. So that'll be fun. But anyway, gonna go ahead and post this on YouTube and see how this turns out. So with that, let me go ahead and get started. But yes, hope you guys are good. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. So where I last left off, I was modeling, low polygonal modeling, just this person's basic body features. And it looks like she's coming along okay. So I'm going to increase the subdivisions. And then we're going to go from there. Let's see. So I did that part. Oh yes, I was going to work on her fun little scarf additions to her geometry. I don't really know how these scarves work, but whatever. They are what they are. Okay, let me see. I guess I could just do some quick extrusions right here. Then do some right over here. Oh, after I move this geometry around. Okay, that looks pretty good. This geometry here and here, that's going to be the base geometry for the thing. What's your favorite part of the modeling process? I don't know, Uinator. I never really thought about that. For the people who are on YouTube, actually nobody's watching on YouTube, so maybe that's one of the reasons why I don't bother streaming there. Anyway, Uinator, my favorite process, I think would have to be the, what do you call it? The actual sculpting phase, because the sculpting phase is probably my favorite because it's at that point where you're pretty much done with all the hard stuff, you know. The model is, for lack of a better term, pretty much ready to go. So once you reach that point in the modeling phase, in the creation phase, you know, it's nice. It's very relaxing, you know. You just sit back, model away, and have fun. It's nice. It's really nice. How would you recommend getting better at 3D model? Let me sure you mean modeling, right? You do. You just wrote modeling. Okay, cool. Keep practicing. Find tutorials on YouTube and just go to town. By the way, you and Nader, could you do me a big favor? Could you go on my YouTube and could you tell me if I sound okay? If I need to increase my volume or not, since you're the one who asked me to. Maybe not that you asked me to, but you kind of are the reason why I restarted my YouTube. So if you could do me a solid and tell me how I sound, that would be good. I got one viewer there right now. So if that one viewer can actually hear me, you can tell me how I sound, that would be helpful. I hope I sound okay. For all I know, it's probably just a bot. YouTube bot. But who knows? It might be a real person. You never know. But anyway, making art. Making art so I can keep my patrons happy. Sounds okay, but a little quite. Okay. Let me increase my audio. Does my voice sound quite quiet, or is it my my thing? Oh, Spiky Chong says you sound fine. Well, thank you there, Spike Chong. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right then. YouTube is good to go. Oh yeah. Ooh, look at me. I got 2 viewers on YouTube. Hey. How's it going there, friends? I'm making 3D art because I feel like it. Just everything in general feels less loud. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure people over there are making their volume a little louder anyway, so that's all good. Thank you. Looking good too. Hey, thank you, Spike. I appreciate it. You know, I try. You know, I work out. You know, I work out pretty much almost daily, so just gotta get them gains. Gotta get them gains. Anyway. Will you ever do tutorials on YouTube when things like Blender Basics? I already did actually Uinator. If you scroll through my videos on my YouTube channel, you'll see that I already made a lot of tutorials. Lots of tutorials. So go to my channel and check it out. But yes, lots of basic tutorials are already there, so swole. Exactly. Gotta get swole. What is the hardest type model to create? Hardest. Let's see. Yeah, for a minute there, you're starting to make me wonder if I'm like not pronouncing things right. I'm kidding. I got jokes. Let's see. What is the hardest model that I ever made? You know, I can't really think of anything. Every model that I've made has had its own challenges, and you know, it's always been a very different experience every time. So nah, I can't really think of what model would be the hardest one ever. So sorry, no idea. They all have their own unique challenges. All with their own unique challenges. You definitely have, you definitely are asking some good questions. And to the viewers on YouTube that have tuned in to watch me 3D model, I am also on Twitch right now, and one of the viewers is asking lots of questions. They're very hard-hitting, personal questions. Like, what is my favorite sandwich? And what's my favorite cocktail? In case you want to know the answer to these questions, favorite sandwich? Good old-fashioned hot dog. Yeah, that's right. Because a hot dog is a sandwich. I don't care what you say. Yeah, you better be sorry, you Nader. You better be sorry. Hate you. I hate you. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't hate you. But yeah, favorite sandwich, hot dog. I love me hot dogs. Do, 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 do. Alrighty. Just so y'all know, I added a gain filter to my my microphone, so I probably sound a little louder now. Okay, so where was I? Alrighty. So that probably should help with the volume. So that should do it. I should probably sound a little louder. Anyway, so let's continue. Let's see here. Uinator asks, you know, am I in an American time zone? I sure am. I'm in the best American time zone out there. EST, woo! Anyway. Yeah. Alrighty. That should probably do it. So, where was I? Alrighty. But yep, I'm in good old EST. As for what state, I'm located in Virginia. Just outside of good old DC. I'm not going to tell you what town though, because you don't need to know that. Alrighty. Making art on YouTube, making art on Twitch. Just was it because I'm in Britain, so I didn't know what time it was over there. Nice. I visited London earlier this year. It was great. Did all the touristy things. All the touristy things I always wanted to do. Went there to visit a friend. Was there for a short time, just for about a week. But it was still nice. Definitely got to see all the stuff I wanted to see. Big Ben and the Tower Bridge, and went to the Tower of London, and went to all the museums. No, you've never been to London, huh? You're in Britain and you've never been to London? Wow, it's crazy. It's pretty nice. It's pretty chill. Very much enjoyed walking around, seeing all the cool sights. Spotting all the various things where it's like, oh my god, it's that thing from Doctor Who. Oh my god, it's that thing from Doctor Who. Oh my god, it's that thing from Harry Potter. Oh my god. Probably was getting a little annoying after a while. Anyway, so let's see, where are we at right now? Alright, so she's coming along okay. I still gotta do the her little dart belt situation, so definitely gotta do that soon. Yeah. Ah, delicious, delicious coffee. Makes life better in so many ways. I live close to Sheffield and Leeds and stuff. Nice. That's cool. Can't say I've ever been there. But I think that someday, in the near future, pretty sure that we'll visit the UK again and do all the other stuff. Probably won't do Stonehenge though, only because I've been told that after you do Stonehenge, there's like nothing else to do in that area, so it's like, okay, this is kind of boring. Never been to Stonehenge either. You know what, Uniter? You need to just take a week off of whatever you're doing. You need to explore your country, man. Come on. Get out there. You only got one life. You gotta get out there, man. You gotta do it. I need to explore a little more of Virginia, to be honest. There's a lot to see still. Everything's so far, though. Seriously. Still at school, paha. Well, it's time for you to drop out of school. No, I'm kidding. Don't drop out of school, please. Don't do that. That's really irresponsible. Hi, I love you.
Hi, I love you too. If you put your head to the side, you can see the box. taking a nap.
Aww, there's a fox sleeping in our yard, taking a little nap. So cute. He's so cute. Look at him and his little nose. Yeah, he's so cute. I love foxes. They are an invasive species. Yeah, wolves are technically cooler. That is true. I'm not gonna argue with you there. Alright. She's starting to look okay. Alrighty. It's gonna be a real pain in the butt to print in FDM though, that's for sure. It's not gonna be impossible, but it is gonna be hard. Oh well. Did you take a picture of the fax?
Yeah, I went out to take a picture of it, but I stepped on a leaf and startled it, so it ran away.
Aww.
I know, I feel bad.
Aw, there he is right now. Just trotting
Oh,
around.
he's coming back.
Yeah.
He disappeared pretty quickly, so.
It's all good. If anybody's wondering, the person speaking next to me is Mary. Mary. Jen, you're so sexy.
Thank you.
Stop.
No.
Okay. Alright, so she's looking okay so far. Let me just smooth out the stuff around her butt. Then go in there. Alright, so what's next? So, oh yes, the needles. We gotta put the needles around her waist next. So let's go ahead and do that. Alrighty, so what's next? Yes, let me work on the needles next, and then I'll get into the sculpting phase. So let's look at these needles. Oh, they actually kind of look like throwing knives. You know, if I remember correctly, I think I actually modeled a throwing knife. Let me see. File, import, STL. Weapons. We get some throwing knives up in here. Let's see here. Throwing dagger, huh? Alright, let's see what this looks like. It's not exactly what I was looking for. It's not bad, but I think so. What age would you say is old enough to properly understand 3D printing? I mean, I don't think there's any age. Like, I've seen plenty of, like, just little kids having fun with their 3D printers, and there's been no issues there. So, I don't think there's any age. I think you just get one and have fun, you know? Interesting question. Alright, so I'm just going to make a new one. So I create, let's go with a cube. Let's just go with like standard cube. But yeah, I don't think there's any particular age you need to worry about. Alrighty. Looks like we got ourselves a nice little throwing dagger already. I'll add more geometry, obviously. But so far, so good. Interesting. Oh, cuts off right at the edge. Fascinating. Oh, stunning. Hey, look at that. You two people are being nice to each other. That's nice. Tell you what I could go for right now. A Negroni. Spagliato. With Prosecco in it. Hello there, Nader. Thanks for tuning into my stream on YouTube as well. I appreciate your support. I do. Alrighty. Okay. Alright, that is one sexy looking throwing knife. Let's go ahead and cut that off right there. And tip it off right there. And okay. That's a very nice looking throwing knife. We're going to call this one throwing knife number 2. File, export, STL, and then selection only. Go to weapons, and we'll call this throwing dagger. You know what? I'm going to call it throwing knife. Okay, there you go. Alright, so now let's go ahead and position this on her body. Now here's the thing. This thing is going to be too thin to show up on most 3D printing options. It's going to be just too thin. Maybe on like a really high def resin printer, maybe it'll be fine. But we need to be fair to my friends who use FDM printers, because, you know, it's not their fault that their printers are not really designed for printing very small things. Not without a lot of tweaking, obviously, because I have seen some really impressive 3D prints on FDM machines, but they're tweaked out machines that people have spent hours and hours and hours working on them until they're just right. It's kind of miserable. So anyway, we're gonna cheat a little bit. What we're gonna do is we're gonna make this knife very unnaturally thick. So as you can see, it's getting a little ridiculous. Oh, supposed to select it in the edit mode and do that. So there you go. As you can see, looks ridiculous, but it will show up in the 3D print. And that's all you can ask for, you know? There you go. Delicious coffee. Anyway, so yeah, this guy's coming along okay. I probably should be doing a self-promotion, shouldn't I? It's been about that time, right? Anyway, hi everybody. If you're tuning into this stream either now or later on, first off, thank you for keeping me company while I make art. If you're curious about supporting me as an artist, because everything that I make is for free, if you want things to stay free, I do have a Patreon. On my Patreon, I offer my patrons access to all the models that I've made over the years, all 4,500 of my models in one convenient place. They're the same models that are already free, but you know, it's in one spot, so it's convenient. And on top of that, I have a Discord, I have a request board. There's commercial options for basically about half of the models that I've made, because you know, some of them are safe for commercial use actually. So there you go. If you'd like to consider supporting me as an artist and ensure that the stuff that I make always stays free, there you go. There is my Patreon, so for your consideration. And if you're on YouTube, I can't post the link, but I will post it once this video is, loaded up. Or you could just look up MZ4250 on Patreon. There you go. Anyway, that is my live stream's self-promotion, because gots to pay the bills. Gots to pay the bills. Alrighty. Alright, so all in all, I'd say that this lady's looking pretty good so far. go ahead and select this guy. Global. And let's put these in her hand. Apparently she has one in her hands. This one is, I think this is more for the style of the model than actually being able to print it, I feel. I think this specific dagger is not going to show up on FDM because it's just too small. But I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe it will. Resin, it should be fine though. Resin can print just about anything. Spike on YouTube has made a very good observation, which I agree with, and that is that 3D printing really has come a long way over the years. It's pretty insane how far it has come. So yeah. Alrighty. So we're getting close to the sculpting phase of this model. Now it's time to put that mask on her. So let's do that. Alrighty, so I have a mask already for her. This was from the previous model that I made a while ago. I'll just bring it apart over to work on. Nader asks, what printers do you have and what was your first? Okay, so my first 3D model, my first 3D printer was what was the name of that model? What was the name of that printer? Oh. Let me just save this thing first and then I'll answer your question. So my first 3D printer was a printer bot, Simple Metal. That was my first 3D printer. And you know, it was a good printer at the time, and you know, I was able to print the whole monster manual with it. So clearly it served its purpose, and it served its purpose well. But it was not exactly the greatest 3D printer. It was very, very bare bones, very basic. And it was not easy. Thanks there, Spike. Appreciate it. Anyway, yeah, the printer bot Simple Metal. It was not a fun machine to work on. It was not. Broke down a lot. I once shipped it to get it fixed and tuned up. Yeah, it was tough. It was definitely a tough time. The second 3D printer that I had was a resin printer by the name of a Noble. That was from XYZ Printing. And that machine, honestly, it also really sucked. You know? And again, it did the job. It did the job. I was able to print Volol's Guide to Monsters with it. You know, it did what it could. Hey, I appreciate Spike being here, Ewan. I mean, he's trying to help with the viewer count, and there's nothing wrong with that. But anyway, so yeah, that was my second one. It was a resin printer. And it sucked. Like, it really, really, really sucked. But then, things finally turned around when I got my Prusa. The Prusa i3 Mark III was my FDM printer that I got that I still use to this day because it's really, really good. And then resin-wise, I got an Anycubic Photon, and the Anycubic Photon was pretty damn amazing. So, things worked out in the end. They did. They really did. And currently I use a Prusa SL1S for my resin needs. And it's been fine. No complaints there. It's a good machine. Prints excellent. It prints excellent models, so no complaints there. Thanks there, appreciate it. Alrighty. So now that we got that done, now we need to work on this lady's funny looking mask. But at this point, we're going to go ahead and switch to the sculpting phase finally, because this model definitely needs some work done for sure. Because this looks pretty ridiculous, and I think that it deserves better. So we're going to switch to the model sculpting phase now, which is my favorite part, because you can really express yourself in that moment. Alrighty. So let me go ahead and fix a couple of things on her head. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit because her neck's a little long. Same thing over here. Alrighty. Now that we got that done, yeah, man, it's time to get crazy. It's time to get crazy. Sculpting phase. Fuck yeah. I mean, F yeah. Sorry, cursed. This is a family-friendly live stream. Anyway. Alrighty. Alright. It's time to stop messing around and get in there. Oh yeah. No, it's a true there, Spike. It was the Prusa I3 MK3 when things finally stopped and chilled out a little, you know? So, we'll see. Anyway, I'm doing a final review, but I think she's pretty good to go. We're going to go ahead and get into the sculpting phase, which is the exciting part. So let me go ahead and save. Let's increase this geometry to there. We're going to save as Hobgoblin Iron Shadow Sculpted. Okay, let's go ahead and apply this marker. There you go. And now it's time to do some sculpting. What? Alrighty, so sculpt mode. Okay. Don't need the symmetry turned on. I'm okay with that. Let's go ahead and get some basics in here first. For instance, let's put the indentation of her toe, her big toe. So we're going to do that. Okay. Then I'll do the same thing over here. Big toe. Alrighty. Now that we got that done, let's go ahead and add a little more muscle definition under her calves. Just a little, nothing crazy. Because she is wearing like a ninja suit right now, so, you know, there's no need to get too crazy on the muscle definition over here. Because again, she's wearing a ninja suit, so. Ninja suit, Jesus. Having a hard time pronouncing the most basic thing. Alright, ankle bone. Okay, a little bit of extra knee action. Okay. And then Indian. All right there, you and Nader, thank you for stopping by. Alrighty. Next, let's so clothing wise, I think she's pretty much okay. It really comes down to like the neck geometry and the head. So let's go and work on that next. Meow. My kitty. Her name is Belle. She has some opinions about 3D art. So you might hear a little bit of her during the stream. My apologies in advance, of course, because she's very opinionated about many things. Okay, let's work on now the main details on the hands. So, I'm literally looking at my hands right now. Just adding a little bit of geometry here and there. Not gonna get too crazy on this, but only because, you know, only so much details show up on the final print. So. Bye, Spike. Thanks for showing up. Thank you for supporting my little stream. Sorry about that. Meow. Meow. I don't know if you can hear her, but she's got some kitty cat opinions. Let me tell you. Okay, now the fun part. The this crazy looking mask that she's wearing. Though I guess it's not too crazy. I mean, she is a hobgoblin, so she does have big old ears. Alrighty, so to get real crazy with these details, now we're going to turn on the Dintopu function. So now it's time to get crazy. Alright, let's work on these ears first. Then we'll work on her eyes, then we'll work on her everything. So thank you to everybody who's been tuned into my stream. I do appreciate the company. I do appreciate, you guys just hanging out with me. And if you are a patron of mine, obviously, thank you for your continued support as I continue to make free stuff for the world to enjoy. I really do. It's been nice to not have to depend on selling things to make a living, Just make the free stuff. Wizards has been okay with me making the free stuff and sharing it. As long as I don't actually sell anything. It's been nice, just having that nice creative freedom. But it's pretty good. And it's all thanks to the various patrons that I have that have been generous enough to keep me going. So thank you, all of you out there, wherever you are. It has definitely been nice not having to stress about all that. Because boy, let me tell you, if I had to stress about sales, oh god, that would be miserable. And then playing the dumb games with like copyright stuff, Ugh, life would be pretty miserable. So nope, just make my art. People like it, and that's all I can ask for. So that's nice. Obviously, I still have to maintain a very active social media presence, and I have to still do some kind of self-promotions every once in a while. So that's the stressful part now, is just maintaining some kind of presence. Then of course I got rid of my Twitter, so starting from scratch basically in some areas. But it is what it is. But yeah, I got rid of that Twitter. Did not need that. Because things were getting really stupid there. And I did not want to play with those games anymore. But yeah, I switched over to Mastodon recently. It's been fine. No complaints so far there. And I guess I'm going to try Hive later. Another social media place that just sprung up. We'll see how that goes. So on Mastodon, when you send out a, for lack of a better term, a tweet, it's called a toot. Because, elephants. Get it? So that's really cute. I wonder if on Hive it's like a buzz. Maybe that's what they call it. Send out a buzz. But whatever. I'll figure it out when I get there. Figure it out when I get there. Okay. I think this is another one of those details that's like gonna show up on a resin printer. It's very small details, his teeth. So we'll see. This looks pretty neat. I like it. So let's get in there and make the eyes. Alrighty. Obviously, we don't need to worry about individual pupils or irises or anything like that because remember, this is for 3D printing. This isn't for video games or rendering or animation. This is for 3D printing. So there's only so much that I need to worry about when it comes to details. So having an indentation in here that clearly represents the eyes, that's pretty good. That's about all you need to worry about. Okay. Alrighty. Next is the horns. Yeah, it's a little much. There we go. Alrighty. An obvious improvement over the previous mask that she was wearing. Though I probably should make it a little more clear that she is wearing a mask. Okay, so her ears are gonna be poking out of here, right? So let's just put a little more of an indentation that this is clearly where the ears are sticking out of. Okay. Same thing over here. Okay, that looks pretty good. Alright, she's looking pretty good. Let's see, anything else? No, I think she looks alright. Okay, so it looks like we got this all ready to go. So let's go ahead and begin the 3D rendering process. And then once the rendering is done, we're going to go ahead and make her ready for 3D printing. And you know, I'm not going to lie, I think she came out pretty good. I think she came out pretty damn good. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and give her a render, and we're going to see how she turned out. Nice. All right, so not bad, but let's increase the lighting a little bit on the back of her. So we're gonna go over here, bring that in there, bring that over here, bring that there. Okay. All right. Hello. Well, thanks for coming back. Appreciate it. All right. Not too bad, but let me make her jaw or teeth look a little more scary. So we're gonna go in here and just do a little bit of extra sculpting. Okay. Man, no, it's just a mask anyway, but whatever. There she is. Not too bad, folks. Not too bad. That is a Hobgoblin Shadow. Iron Shadow. Yeah, she looks pretty good. I like it. Ta-da! So there you go. Not too bad. Well, it took me about just a couple of hours. And now she's ready to go. Ta-da! So yeah, I'm pretty happy. Okay, so that's one. But I was going to do 2 models today, and the next one's supposed to be pretty cool. Where is it? There you are. Alright, file save as. And she was originally in Volo's guide under Hobgoblins. Then okay, not too bad, not too bad. Alrighty, of course now comes the fun part of this process, which is actually making her 3D printable. So now what we're going to have to do is go inside and just inflate a lot of the parts that we know are not going to look right in FDM. And this part's not fun, but it is a necessary thing. It's not going to change the look of the object too much, but it is still a necessary evil that must be done. So first we inflate these fingers, make sure that they're nice and thick. Same thing over here. And again, it doesn't really change the look too much, but it is still something necessary to do. Alrighty, what else? We'll inflate this portion of her thing. Okay. Inflate the back of her ears a little bit. Okay. And then that should be it. That should be it. Now let's go and export this. Iron Shadow. Let's go ahead and make sure the file isn't too big. Probably is fine. Let's see. 38 megs. Too easy, too easy. Alrighty. By the way, this is what she looked like originally, back in the day. So, not too far off. Obviously very small. But clearly, I did an upgrade now. Oh. I forgot the stand. Did not know that I had this thing selected for selection only. Whoops. No, I like having my stands. You can always remove the stands yourself, obviously, before 3D printing. But my preference is to have the stands. Okay, she looks good. No issues there. Very nice. Move on to FDM. FDM processing. And then after FDM processing, resin pre-supporting. So, we are getting there, my friends. We are getting there, little by little, bit by bit, vertice by vertice. We are getting there. Alrighty. So let's go and switch to the Prusa i3 MK3 mode. we're gonna go in here and we're gonna first inspect her, make sure she's good to go. Okay, so all the cloth shows up, that's good. All the fingers show up. This is about as good as it gets for FDM. So, yeah, no complaints there. As long as all the fingers show up, that's pretty much all you can ask for. So, yeah. All right. Now let's go and get her ready for resin printing. This little throwing knife is going to be a pain in the butt, but we'll see. Maybe it won't be too difficult to pull off. Okay, let's go ahead and first do auto generation. Auto generation gets the ball rolling. Now let's do some manual editing. Alright, so I don't need a support there. I don't need supports in the horns because they're all pointed upward anyway. That can stay. That's not necessary. That can stay. That can go. That can go. That can stay. Let's see here. That can go. Do need a little extra one under the elbows. Elbows are key areas where models fail, so always have supports on elbows. Probably a little extra one on the butt. And then of course always throw extras on the stand itself. If you don't throw extra supports under the stands, you're going to lead to the warping of the models. So always put extras down here. And plus they're very easy to remove. And they don't really look like anything because, you know, it's under the model. So. Okay. Alright, that looks a little more manageable. Although, unfortunately, her teeth need to be pointed upward more for them to not need supports. That is unfortunate. Alright, so never mind. Whoops. It's gonna have to be angled a little more like that. Resin printing. Resin printing really is a pain in the butt. But when you get it right, it works really, really well. This is almost on its back now. Okay, that should be a little better. Alrighty, let's go back in here. Again, don't need supports under these horns. They're not necessary because they're already pointed up. The supports under the ears, though, I'll definitely leave those alone. I hate having supports under the fingers, but these are pointed upwards, so I guess it could be worse. You just have to be very careful when you remove those. Let's see, that's not necessary. But you do need supports under the elbows. I guess under the wrist in this case too. Alright, that's a lot better. Oh, yeah, definitely have one. A couple extra there. Alright, legs look good. And then just throw in some extra ones over here. Alrighty, this is looking pretty good. I do like that a little support shows up right under this little dagger. So that's very cute. Alrighty. Time flies. Okay, friends, this is looking pretty good. So, now that we got that done, now it's time to have some fun. Why do you prefer Blender 2.79 over the new Blender? Just curious if I'm missing something. The new Blender doesn't offer anything new to 3D modeling. Because remember, the stuff that I create is for 3D modeling, is for 3D printing. Not for animation, not for rendering, and the new versions of Blender are great. They're excellent for rendering, for animation, for videos. But for 3D modeling, I could do this with Maya 0.1. So I don't bother upgrading because I've tried the new versions of Blender and there's nothing new in the 3D modeling aspects of it. So why learn a whole new UI if it's already fine the way it was before? So what it comes down to is if it ain't broke, don't fix it, Aaron. So that's why I don't bother switching. So there. Hope that answers your question. I answered that question a lot. Sometimes I want to like use a new Blender so people would stop asking me, but I know that it would be a complete waste of my time if I did. Actually, you know what? I just noticed something. This is not needed right there. So let me just get rid of that. That should be better. Alright. I understand. Thanks for taking the time to answer. Well, thanks for taking the time to ask. Now you get to answer one of my questions. What is your favorite dinosaur, Aaron? These are the tough questions, folks, but they need to be asked. They need to be asked. In fact, everybody who's watching, tell me, what is your favorite dinosaur? Because why not? There's only 9 of us, it's fine, doesn't matter. You guys are all already my patrons. It's not like I need to do any promotions or anything. Ankylosaurus. Aaron Prescott answers with Ankylosaurus. Well, guess what, Aaron? I have a treat for you. Back last year when I was working on updating my monster manual, I made an Ankylosaurus. And I want to show it off to you. Ta-da! Ankylosaurus! Doo-doo-doo-doo. See, there's an Ankylosaurus. Isn't it cool? Anybody else? Anybody else? What is your favorite dinosaur? And maybe I modeled it. But anyway, here's my Ankylosaurus. Hope you like it. Velociraptor, close second. Oh, Velociraptor, huh? Damn. I guess I don't have that done. Or, yeah, I got a Velociraptor too. Ha! Check it out. You see that? I made that. 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 See that? I made that. I made feathers and everything. Rawr, Velociraptor. Rawr. Anyway. Anybody else? Spiky Chung, also Ankylosaurus. Nice. You guys got some good. You guys got some good. Good taste on your dinosaur choices. Yeah. All right, folks. So I need to load up my Iron Shadow onto my Google Drive for the my patrons to enjoy. So let me go do that right now. But after I load these up, I'm going to work on the next model, which is going to be a lot of fun. Let's let's see, the monsters of the multiverse. There you go. And then new in November. Okay. This is the other hobgoblin I made last week, the Devastator. I'm pretty happy with how he turned out. Anyway, now let's go to the Mega Drive. Same thing. Anyway, so the next model is going to be fun. I'm very much looking forward to it. It's going to be updating my Jublix model, and I think it's going to be fun. So for those of you who don't know who Jublix is, well, we're about to see that guy come alive. Okay, so that's loaded up. Yay! Alright, so what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? Okay, so the next thing that's going to be worked on is Jublix, the slime demon lord, or the like ooze demon lord, lord of oozes, or whatever. So we're going to go ahead and open that up. I'm going to save this real quickly. Okay. Alrighty. I hope I didn't mess up the upload by doing that, but no, it looks like it's fine. Alrighty, so let me show you guys what my original Jublix looked like. So what we're going to do is we're going to Mordecai's Tomb of Foes, going to Demon Lords, and here is Jublix. Jublix to quit. Hey, hey. So here's the original Jublix. Obviously, very, very handsome fella. But, you know, we're going to go ahead and tune this guy up a little bit and make him look even more goopy, more slimy, and he's going to look pretty nice. So, let's do this. Alrighty, so first things first. Switching to different lo-fi. Alright friends, let's go ahead and get started on the next thing. That's making Jublix. So what we're going to do is first let me grab the download of this guy. Okay. Therizinosaurus would be interesting to see, huh? That's interesting. That is interesting. Mostly because I don't know what that looks like. I don't suppose you got a picture of him laying around, do you? Jublix. Jublix a quit. Hey, hey. I'm sorry. I'll stop. Alrighty. So this is going to be a pretty relaxing stage of this 3D modeling. And I'm really looking forward to this. Because he's kind of gross. But here we go, folks. It's time to do some sculpting. Let's go ahead and add a modifier. Subdivision surface. And apply it. Now we're going to go and now that we have all that extra geometry, let's get in here and let's add some goopiness to this guy. Let's fucking do this. Because this model, as you can see, like I already worked on him many years ago. But come on, let's get in here. Let's do this. Let's get nice and goopy up on this sucker. Oh, somebody sent me a picture. Oh, that guy with the big old claws. Wasn't he in the most recent Jurassic World? Wasn't he the one with the claws that like stabbed the bigger dinosaur and all that? I think that's what it was, right? Alright, let's do this. Oh, I see. Fascinating. Oh, stunning. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing. You know what? I think I could use a shading matte cap to make this look a little more visible. There we go. Now I can see a little better what I'm working on. Oh, I love this stuff. Just sit back, relax, sculpt away on this guy and make it look nice and slimy. Just get really in there and just go to town and just relax. Don't stress about a thing. No bills to worry about. No existential crises. Just make the art, you know? Get in there and do some nice strokes. Just get in there and make this thing come alive. Just go in there and make this thing become one with reality. Because friends, that's what life is all about. Life's just all about enjoying yourself. Making yourself happy and then making those around you happy too. So all gotta do our little parts. Just doing all of our little parts. Little by little, bit by bit. Brush stroke by brush stroke. Until we eventually get to a place of nirvana. Oh yeah. There we go, folks. Nice. Awesome. Chill. I think he's looking quite stunning. Very good. Now let's add the goopy lower region area. Check that out. Pretty cool, huh? I love working on oozes. Love working on slimes. It's fun, it's relaxing, you know. Just get in there and do what you gotta do. Tell me that's not cool. Tell me that is not cool. Yeah, that's right, you can't. Because you're not a monster. You're wonderful. Tell me that is not cool. That's so cool. I love it. This guy got an eyeball down there? I don't know. You know what? Let's give him an eyeball down there. Why not? Nice. Very cool. Alright. This guy's coming along pretty nicely. Let's get in here and keep working on making this guy look goopy. Awesome. Love it. I love 3D modeling slimes. Especially this big hulking fella. So goopy. I love this stuff. Just makes me so happy to work on things like this. I love things that look gross. As the famous Marie Kondo once said, I love mess. I feel like I'm at one with my art right now. Does this bring me joy? Yes. Yes, it does. It does bring me joy. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. There you go. Look pretty good. I'm gonna really slime it up right down here. Woo! Looking good, looking good. Also, I definitely gotta make this guy bigger than this. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I get he's a huge creature, but come on. Come on! Live a little. There we go. Also, I think this is a huge creature marker that's probably not the right size anymore. Let me import a large creature marker. Just to make sure. Size markers, large creature marker. Aha! I knew it. Yeah, that's what I thought. This size marker is not the right size. I ran into a problem with my Triceratops model, actually, where the size marker was too thin. So, where were we? Ah, yes, we were making Jubilix. Alright, where were we? Ah, yes. We were making this guy come true. Okay. Yeah. You know, if it weren't for the fact that I'm pretty sure I'd have copyright issues, I'd probably be playing the song too legit to quit. But yeah, right now it's just Jubilix. Yeah, Jubilix. Jubilix to quit. Hey, hey, Jubilix. Jubilix to quit. Hey, hey. Jubilix. Jubilix to quit. Sorry, I'll stop. I'll stop. Very silly if you haven't noticed. Hello there, Amagara. Thank you for joining my live stream. How many licks does it take to get to the center of Jubilix? Unknown. After the first, you forget how to count. Nice. It's true. It's a demon lord. Do you take comms for minis? Nope, I don't do commission work. I don't have the time. I spend majority of my 3D work doing work for my Patreon. So because of my Patreon work, I can't do commission work. Sorry. Thanks for asking, I appreciate it. This is probably the most relaxed I've ever been making a 3D model. So I feel very much at peace right now. Yeah, sorry friend. But, you know, if you became a patron, you're welcome to put a request on my request board and I'll eventually make whatever it is you requested. So there's that. Well, thanks there, Devarn. I appreciate it. I try to live as much of a relaxed life as I can, so it's only fair that my streams reflect that, you know? Oh, nice. Well, thanks for sharing there. Suspicious initials. Appreciate it. You just gave me a reminder why I need to make sure I don't curse during my live streams. God damn, this is relaxing. Just get in there and do what you gotta do, you know? It's great. It's great. So I guess at this point I probably should be doing self-promotion again, huh? Hi everybody, this is MZ4250, and I am 3D modeling free miniatures for the world to enjoy. If you would like to support me as an artist as I continue to make free art for the world to enjoy, and to ensure that the 4,500 models that I've made so far continue to stay free, I do have a Patreon. My Patreon has nice little perks. So, you know, besides the fact that you support this artist as he makes free stuff for everybody, I also offer my patrons access to all 4,500 of my models in one convenient place. It's the same stuff that's already free, but, you know, it saves you a lot of time from having to download every single one again and again and again, you know. So if you'd like to consider that, I do have a Patreon, like I said. If you're watching me on YouTube, I'll post the link after this on my channel, but you can just look up MZ4250 on Patreon and you'll find me. And of course, to everybody watching on Twitch right now, my the link to my Patreon is in the chat. Once again, MZ4250, if you want to support me as an artist. Any tier obviously is appreciated, but even the $1 tier has perks, like its own little Google Drive that has a good chunk of my works. Anyway, so there it is for your consideration. That is my self-promo of the day. Well, maybe not of the day, but like of the hour, I guess. I don't know. Alrighty, this is coming along just fine. Oh, this is fun. I love this stuff. It's so chill. I wish I could just make this guy like my project of the month, you know? It's like, alright, this is it. That's what I'm making. No, no. Can't do that. I try to make a new model every day at least. I know for some other like Patreons out there it's like that's like impossible to complete, but I've been doing this for a while. I have my ways of speeding up the process and cutting corners where I need to. And because remember, this is to be 3D printed. This is not for animation. This is not for rendering. So I can just make the model, do the most basic renders so people know what it looks like, and then move on. Yeah, and it works for me. Doesn't work for other people, but it works for me. And clearly it works for a big chunk of the patrons that I have already, so clearly they're not complaining, so I'm not going to worry about it. Slow day today. Whatever, it's fine. I gotta say, this was fun. This was a lot of fun to work on. It's just relaxing, just this big, goopy mess. And I love mess. Look at that. Pretty damn cool, huh? Pretty cool. Very nice. So, I think this guy came out pretty good. Like, he looks pretty dope. I like him. I hope you guys enjoyed me as I zened out and worked on this guy. But yeah, I think it came out pretty damn good. He just looks so cool. I like him. I like him a lot. So, the one detail that I wouldn't have minded maybe sculpting onto this guy real quickly would have been added some drips, you know, to him. Only problem with that though, unfortunately, is that if I were to add drips, that would make it harder for people to 3D print this guy in FDM. And I want this guy to be able to be printed in FDM. In fact, I think, you know, with the exception of maybe this area and this area, like, you could print this guy without supports and he would probably look just fine. So, I think that's pretty neat. The fact that you could definitely pull this off without supports pretty easily. I don't think it would be perfect, but I think it would be pretty damn good and pretty damn cool. So there's that. So yeah, handsome fella. I think I should write like a little Easter egg in here. Okay, that's a little too obvious. I'm just messing around. I shouldn't do that. It's very, very, very obvious. I wrote a hi. Maybe like right here. This is our secret. There. Alrighty. I know, I'm a nerd. Anyway. Alright, Spike, see you later. Have a good one. Thanks for joining my stream. There, Durevant. Love you.
Love you too.
That was to my wife, not to you. Sorry. Alright, guys. I'd say this guy's ready to go. He looks really, really terrifying. Anyway. So, let's go ahead and save. And then we're going to work on the next bit. Alright, so what we need now is we need some lighting. Because we're gonna render this guy. So let's go ahead and give this guy a nice render. Also, how big is this guy? File size, I mean. Probably really, really big. Alright. So obviously this file is a little big. So we're going to add a decimation function to cut down the geometry by some. And this will not take away any of the details from the model itself. It'll still look pretty damn solid. Okay, file, export STL, Jubilix. Now it should come out okay. Yep, 60 megs, perfect. Perfecto. Alrighty, and some people probably are going to want to print this guy without the stand, so let me just select that. Put down huge creature marker. Okay. Then file, export, STL, selection only, Jubilix, no stand. This will be the file that I would actually pre-support and all that, hollow it and everything. Alright, here we go. Not bad, not bad. Okay. A little gross, a little terrifying, but not bad. Let me increase the brightness of this guy by a little bit. And increase the brightness of this guy by a little bit. I think it looks pretty good. There he is, Jubilix, the Slime Lord, the Lord of Slime, the Ooze Demon Lord, and I think he looks pretty damn cool. Alright guys, well this was fun, and yeah, I really did enjoy sculpting onto this guy and giving him a nice little update, you know? Because the original one was okay, but it wasn't as good as this. This guy came out dope. So there you go. Alright guys, let me go ahead and save a nice render, and then it's time to get this guy ready for the internet. What a handsome, handsome young man. Well, this is one handsome boy, but now it's time to get him ready for printing. So, let's go ahead and get this ready. Alrighty, let's change that to sculpted. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and update this guy. It's got some errors, and then we're gonna fix the one that has no stand. That's the one that I'm gonna be pre-supporting and all that. Huh, that one's okay. That's interesting. You know, I could totally see this guy tipping over on his side. But that's what the huge creature marker is for, so meh, should probably be fine. Not too bad, not too bad, not too shabby. Alright, this guy's ready to go. Okay, let's go and now get this guy ready for printing. So obviously, I'm not worried about how he'll look in FDM, because I did print him in FDM before, so that's not going to be a problem. However, let's go ahead and get this guy ready for resin printing. So I'm going to angle this guy like right there. Yeah. Second thought, maybe just angle it slightly, that way there's no cupping resin at the bottom. Okay, so first we're gonna obviously hollow this guy, because duh. Let's not get crazy now. Put a hole there, put a hole in there. These holes are kind of big. It's funny because, you know, this guy's already really massive, so. Now let's make this a little bit smaller. Right there. That's a little better. Okay, I think that's more than enough drainage holes. Alright, let's auto-generate some supports and go from there. So, this looks like this is okay from what I'm seeing so far. Also, it's hollowed out, so it's going to be pretty easy to manage 3D printing wise. Let's go to menu editing and let's just make sure I'm not missing anything, because I'm not worried about the mouth or the teeth. Oh, this looks like this is a good amount. However, I'll put a little extra ones just in case, but no, this looks really good. It's supposed to be a mess down here too. I mean, come on, it's a giant ooze. Yeah, so this guy should be all okay. It's a lot of resin. I would honestly invest in just a really good FDM printer just to print this one big dude. This is a lot of resin. Oh well. Alright guys, I think we're looking pretty good. So I think this is going to be it for me. I think I'm going to go and start posting everything online now. But yeah, this guy came out really good. So here's Jubilix that I just made. And then also, of course, here's that Hobgoblin Iron Shadow that I also just made. So yeah, I think all in all, pretty successful day. Got a lot of stuff done, so I'm pretty happy. But obviously the day's not done yet. I still have to post everything online, and I got other stuff I need to take care of. So the day is not done for me, but at least the modeling portion is done. Alright guys, I'm gonna go and start taking care of all that. So thank you for tuning into my little stream. I appreciate it. I'm gonna go and you know, post everything online. So I'll see you guys around. If you're a patron of mine, thank you for your continued support. If you're not, well, you know, thanks for, you know, considering, I guess. I'll see you guys around. See you folks later. You all be good and